the wonderful table topic speech and the featured speech. Now we're moving forward to the evaluation section, where we'll evaluate the three speakers: Toastmaster Vijay, Toastmaster Namisha, and Toastmaster Nishi. And to evaluate these three speakers, we have three evaluators: Toastmaster Ankit, Toastmaster Saujanya, and Toastmaster Moon. Now, without further ado, we will start with our first speaker's evaluation, Toastmaster Vijay's evaluation, done by Toastmaster Ankit. Toastmaster Ankit is a BBA student at and when asked about his favorite food, he doesn't have any.
Are you really Toastmaster Vijay? Or are you his brother? No. Are you Vijay? Toastmaster Vijay, you're on your first project, the Icebreaker. And you did it wonderfully well. I have heard your last speech, and it was much, much better than what you had done last time. You had talked about your family, you talked about your maternal uncle, you talked about childhood and how you passed on with your childhood and everything. After that, you moved on to the education part where you talked about your schooling and college and what you want to do and what's your ambition. So everything was covered very nicely. But there are a few points of improvement which I think you should. Now, your opening and your conclusion both seemed abrupt. And I didn't find that you had an opening or a conclusion. So both could have been better. After that, when you were giving your speech, you seemed kind of confused. You yourself were not sure what you were trying to say to the audience. Sometimes you're being confused yourself. So whenever you speak, try to be more confident and more confident so that you can speak very nicely. The other thing is that the organization of the speech. So as we know that in Icebreaker, it has to be opening, body, and conclusion. So that organization was not there. It was kind of jumbled up. So improve on that. Otherwise, it was a great speech, and looking forward to hearing your next speech. And yes, don't forget to bring your gun.
Yeah.
The second speaker, Toastmaster Nishi, will be evaluated by Toastmaster Moon, who is the VP Education at Himalayan Toastmasters and attends all Toastmasters Club here at Kathmandu. When asked about his favorite food, her favorite food, she says chocolates are her favorite.
Yeah, I have to say chocolates because I couldn't choose between the various varieties of food that I could eat, anything that was in front. I've had the frog that you mentioned. I'm not a vegetarian like Nishi. And also I have to say, today I was not supposed to give evaluation. I was only supposed to give a written evaluation. I did not need to come here and give my evaluation, so no vote counting, and I can speak for however long I can. No, it's not. Toastmaster Nishi took this up at the last minute, an apt topic, because many new members have come in, and everybody's like, what am I supposed to do here? Yes, as VP Education, I am supposed to tell you all, but it's better if somebody comes here and tells whoever is going to be a future role player also what you're supposed to do. What would have been better is if you had given out handouts with notes on each of the roles and what you're supposed to do, so that they could have taken it home, and the next time they were taking up a role, then they could have done it. And yes, please do email. Another thing, you should have, and you must have come on time. Otherwise, wonderful job done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Moon. Now we have our third speaker, Toastmaster Namisha, being evaluated by Toastmaster Saujanya, who is a BA fourth year student at Kusum. And when asked about his favorite food, without being at all skeptical, guessed that his favorite food is freedom. Toastmaster Sautermia.
Have you ever tasted freedom? Liar. It's just a freedom to choose whatever you want to eat. That's what I meant by freedom. So good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After a filling break, we're here at the evaluation round. Frankly, I would have preferred sitting there and like sleep, because I was really getting cozy over that. But I do have a duty to perform, which is to evaluate Toastmaster Nomisha. Am I saying the name right? Okay. So your project was project 3. In this, we need to get to the point. When we get to the point, we don't want to go on talking about every little things that you want to talk about public transportation. You actually need to get to the point. And to make it easier, the manual states you need to have general purpose and a specific purpose. General purpose, I believe your general purpose was to persuade people. And I believe after hearing your speech, most of us got persuaded, I guess. Am I correct? Yeah. And your specific purpose was, what were you trying to persuade? And it was, you wanted to persuade people to make a change in their life, to have courage and give up their seats to people who need it more than you. And you did it very well by, telling us a story about how there was a public transport or quota system in public transportation, but it wasn't really used. And your story about how the people were not giving up seats for you, not only for you, but for also the people who actually need it more than you do. And it was very convincing. However, all of those were great, but you need to be a Toastmaster as well. That is, you need to have better delivery. It needs to be more natural. I feel that it was more, really, you practiced really well, but you're trying to memorize a speech from your practice days. So to make it more natural, participate in table topic sessions, and I'm pretty sure you'll do a very good speech next time because your preparation is great. Thank you.